Hi, welcome to Geiger Farm. I get a lot of questions about how we grow such great onions. Each year our onions are softball size or bigger, and so I thought I'd do a tutorial and show you all exactly how we do it. This is a view of our seed bed, and we build our seed beds each fall. We are organic farmers, and so we will not put any inputs on these onions once they go into the ground. We have found that if we build these ridges in the fall, it has time to mellow and we don't have to go in and do any groundwork in the spring. We just simply plop our onions right into these ridges and we are, growing. We also plant onion plants. We do not plant seeds. I find them too hard to weed in between when they're babies coming up. A lot of energy and time, and you still don't get a great crop. We also do not plant sets. We have found that for us, sets take a long time to break their dormancy, and if we just directly plant the onion plants straight into the ground, they're off and growing in less than a week. So we're going to plant some onions now. So we're surveying our ridges right now, and we haven't had any rain to speak of this year, so we kind of have a hard crust on top of our ridges here. And what I'm going to do, it breaks up, fairly easily when you touch it. So this year, now we don't have to do this every year, but this year what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk right down the top of this ridge and just kind of break up that crust on the ridge. You can see that I've done that over here. And then what we're going to do is, we have a cow poker, but you could use anything that you want. We're going to come in and we're just going to make holes about every 3 to 4 inches apart, and we're going to drop our onions straight into them. And we do them a little bit close because we like to come out here and pull every other one and start eating onions real early in the spring. We'll start with some green onions, and then as the season progresses, the onions will get bigger, but we'll have fresh onions, probably starting in about a month from right now. So now we got some holes here. Okay, so now we have our holes made, and all we really do is just drop in our onion, kind of pinch the dirt together, and then we wait for rain, which I hope is going to be here next week, and these will be, off and running. Now, once they get growing, the beauty of this system is that you can come in and you can knock this ridge down, kill all of the weeds as they start growing, and then pull it back up, and it keeps the dirt nice and loose so that the onion can really expand and grow in there. They look a little bit wimpy once we got them planted, but when a rain comes, they're going to perk right up. Another advantage of doing a fall seed bed is that we are not disturbing the ground by turning it up and drying it out. So even though we haven't had a lot of rain this year, we still have moisture in the ground, and since we're not disturbing it at all, once we get those onions down in there, I'm feeling moisture, about an inch down. And had we gone in and tilled and made these this spring, it would have been much drier and taken them longer to take off. Okay. So even though this ground looks rough and crusty and not something that you want to plant your plants into, underneath it here, once you break the surface, the soil is just really loose underneath there. And this crust is really going to help us to thwart a flush of early season weeds. They're not going to be able to break through this since we did fall tillage. It's nice to come out here and not have to do a bunch of work to begin your season. You can just hit the ground running by putting plants in the ground, and it really gives you, a mental jump start on the year. Okay, so here we go. These 2 rows of onions are planted. It's March 18th. We plant copras and candies. Candy is a sweet onion, and copra is a pungent, strong storage onion. Has about a 12-month storage life. I love that onion. We build our ridges in the fall. Just going to review here for you in case I forgot anything. We plant our onions 3 to 4 inches apart, 2 inches deep into the ground. If we're manually cultivating, we pull the hills down and then push them back up around the onions for weed control, or we take our tractor and we come through and we do the same thing mechanically. These onions will be ready to come out in June, but I do go through and pull every other one, and we start eating them in about a month. Good luck with your onion crop this year, and I'll let you know how ours does. Thanks.